Daft Punk, the 90s and 2000s French house music legends that supposedly became robots. The duo released two incredible albums, 1997's Homework, which brought worldwide attention to French house music and sold over 2 million copies, and 2001's more vocal, melodic-driven Discovery. After a compilation movie/videotape of their 90s music videos, a live album, and a Japanese anime movie set to all of Discovery, the duo released 2005's Human After All, which ran contrary to the ways that previous records took years of production, with the main writing and recording of Human After All being done in maybe 12 days, and has been described as being more repetitive and minimalistic, and received mixed reviews from critics. The two later released their feature-length debut, Electroma, in 2006, which was originally shot to be the music video for the title track, Human After All, but was expanded. Despite this, the film actually features no music from Daft Punk. The film left audiences baffled at the Cannes premiere, and is meant to be a more ambient experience. After conducting no interviews or photo shoots, just doing music videos, during the Human After All era, many people thought that Daft Punk were uncool or were over. But then, on April 29th, 2006, Daft Punk appeared at the Coachella Festival in Indio, California, USA, and blew the roof off the place. The performance was prefaced by the 5-note sequence from Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and then the curtains opened up and they premiered the groundbreaking Pyramid, along with a series of simply incredible visuals. They played a breathtaking set, mixing their 3 studio albums, and made many critics reconsider and re-examine the 2005 record. This show turned out to be the start of an amazing worldwide tour, spanning from April 2006 to December 2007. The biggest shows of the tour ended up being the original one at Coachella, the Summer Case Festival in Spain, Summer Sonic Festival in Japan, Rock Nest Festival in the UK, the Palais Omnisports Bercy in Paris, the O2 Wireless Festival in London, Oxygen Festival in Ireland, Lollapalooza in Chicago, and the Vegas Festival in Vegas. In total, Daft Punk did 16 shows for 2006 and 32 in 2007, for a combined total of 48 shows throughout the 2-year tour. Before the end of the tour, though, the duo released a live album with the same name as the 2007 tour, Alive 2007, featuring their performance at the Palais Omnisports de Paris Bercy, plus a bonus disc of the encore. Thomas Bangalter of the duo said in an interview that they would be releasing a concert DVD of particularly the Coachella performance, but he later retracted this statement, saying, "The thousands of clips on the internet are better to us than any DVD that could have been released." A music video of the Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger segment from the Brooklyn performance was released on October 26, 2007. At most of these venues, there was 1 or 2 large format screens, and pro-level footage of the performance or of the crowd projected on the screens. So, since people were recording in HD, it begs the question, what happened to all of the full HD Alive 2006-2007 footage? And what about the individual audio from each performance? After looking for footage from various places on the internet, I came upon the notable Daft Punk tracker from Daft Bootlegs. This is the mega omnibus for pretty much all things Daft Punk, and has this list of every live performance done by the duo. For this video though, I'm mainly going to be focusing on the HD recorded 06-07 footage. The earliest HD footage here is from the Coachella date, but is only 2 minutes 23 seconds, but notably has a bit of the Close Encounters intro. It also has a watermark that looks like it was either recorded from a TV channel, or that's just a watermark from someone on the internet. In 2020, Coachella uploaded a documentary on the history of the festival, and with it, new high-res clips of the first Alive 06 performance. The next pro-shot footage I could find was the Summer Case 2006 performance in Madrid, Spain, although the TV capture itself is in low quality, and has the watermark and ID bug from the channel. The footage also only contains a 2-minute, 44-second excerpt of the performance, based on the track Technologic. After that is the footage from Japan's Summer Sonic 06 in Tokyo, with multiple pro-shot videos having been broadcasted on Japanese television, and the tracker also says that a segment was live-streamed on YouTube in 2020 in low bitrate HD, with there being around 34 minutes of mixed footage between the archive uploads. Next is 4 minutes of footage, also from Summer Sonic, but in Osaka, and the intro of the main 20-minute Tokyo footage is actually from the Osaka show. Then there's 12 minutes of footage from Chile's Sue Festival, which says it's pro shot, but it's only from one camera angle with virtually no editing, so it may be up in the air whether this one is official or not. Next is the similarly named Bue Festival in Chile. There's 3 minutes of pro shot footage of the performance, and then a 3-minute video of other artists from the festival and Daft Punk. Both clips came from a newscast, but are both in very low quality, and were ripped using some kind of free capture or editing software, with the watermark stuck on there. Then there's the Bang Music Festival, which has a short 1-minute pro shot video of robot rock, and the tracker says that full 12-cam HD footage exists but isn't public. Then there's also some professional shots of the performance from a highlight reel from the festival, and then that's the end of the 2006 shows. The first footage of the 2007 concerts from the Turkcell Kurasime Arena in Turkey, and the footage is a pro shot 5-minute video with a pre-show intro of about 1 minute and 30 seconds. The footage is all heavily interlaced and is in very poor quality. The next footage is from the O2 Festival in London, and is a 12-minute segment that was broadcasted on BBC Channel 4, and since it's from the UK, the footage is in 50Hz or 50 FPS. The songs featured are One More Time, Aerodynamic, and Da Funk Daft and Direct. Notably, the title text for the Da Funk segment also includes the titles of Rollin' and Scratchin' and Superheroes, but these are absent from the uploaded recording, and it's unclear if they appeared in the original broadcast or if this was simply a mistake or mislabeling. The footage also doesn't have a channel logo, but it does have production credits. And then the Traffic Festival, which has 6 minutes of pro shot video, but is in low quality and is interlaced. And then another, more behind-the-scenes clip with less than 30 seconds of Daft Punk footage and no show audio. The first clip was streamed over the internet. Down the line, a member of the festival crew would release a behind-the-scenes mini-documentary on their performance, with new footage, the setting up and calibration of the pyramid and LED grid, and even a never-before-seen interview with James Murphy of LCD Soundsystem, who also performed at the festival. The only downside to this new release is that a lot of footage is partially obscured with hard-coded subtitle text. Also, a little warning, the original doc video upload has a couple unmasked paparazzi shots of the duo, so if that isn't your thing, avoid this timecode in the video. Then, probably the most notable set of footage is from Lollapalooza in Grant Park, Chicago. The full show was professionally shot and includes the encore, and it might have been leaked or the footage was ripped from the connection. The video was sourced and originally uploaded by Johnny Airbag on 1/20/21. The original had a terrible crowd mic splashback echo effect that was fixed in some re-edited re-uploads. It was later re-uploaded by Aeon Communications, but had the original audio replaced by the CD albums, and cut out the intro and intermission, and also amassed over 3.5 million views. This Aeon version has also been processed and upscaled using AI into 4K 60 FPS, reportedly taking 65 hours of render time. This specific set of footage, in both versions, are different from the others by featuring beautiful chromatic aberration overlays in a lot of the shots, which looks amazing on the visuals. But as of this video, the original HD or 4K YouTube uploads have been taken down by the record company, but the Aeon version is available in download and legal torrent from their Twitter or archive.org, in both 1080p and 4K. But the Johnny Airbag version has only appeared re-upped in low quality, and I left a comment asking for a link, but I haven't heard anything. Then, like I mentioned before, there's video from the Brooklyn Keyspan Park show, and it features footage shot by 250 audience member cameras, and edits and interpolates between different angles. Strangely, the 2 biggest official uploads I found also had 2 different runtimes, with the shorter one being a radio edit. Now, this one is a bit in between amateur and pro shot, leaning more towards pro, but I think it looks good enough to be considered high quality, and was captured using 3 decent quality cameras and edits between them. This again came from Johnny Airbag and was uploaded before the Grant Park video, but I distinctly remember there being 3 different uploads of the individual camera angles, which all may or may not have been on Johnny's channel. Now, the original YouTube uploads of the edited 3-cam video and the single-cam versions have been stricken by copyright claims and removed, but the full edit is available on archive.org. There is also 4 minutes of fully pro-shot footage, not acquired by Johnny Airbag, centered around Television Rules the Nation and Crescent Dolls. But this clip also has very crunchy bass and is maybe not a good audio recording. Next is the Makuhari Messe event hall in Chiba, Japan. This semi-pro footage depicts an American fan's trip from LA to Japan for the event dubbed as the Da Funk Fest. There's only about less than 2 minutes of actual performance footage and no audio from the show, but it is a pretty cool vlog. Next is Sydney Showground Never Ever Land. For this one, there's not really any stage footage, just some behind the scenes shots of the duo walking up in the pyramid and the controls set to a low pass filtered LCD sound system's Daft Punk is Playing at My House. And then we get the coolest visuals reflected in a fan's sunglasses and eyes as she freaks out at how amazing it all is, all set to Can't Help Falling in Love. There's also the concert footage used in 2015's Daft Punk Unchained, a lot of it coming from the fans, but also some in HD, that might be reused from any of the aforementioned sources. One final piece of footage I want to note is this animation that appears on the Aeon upload, and is a smooth CGI animated version of the Alive 2007 logo/album art without the title text. The original source of this is, I believe, an upload from 2017 on the channel On Music. Also, one more question. What about the video, screen, and light bar effects that accompany the performances? From what I can gather, they were created by XL Video and ran on 8 8-core Mac Pros running Catalyst and Final Cut Pro. Using the machines, they were able to take in 8 digital sources and run them as video streams. Using Catalyst, the video was synced with the lighting and they could add their own effects on the fly. While these visuals were wholly stunning, the singular videos of the digital 3D and somewhat 2D animations and effects were never released in any form outside of the LED screens recorded at the shows. And it's a shame because these are completely unique and transport you to an 80s neon world inside the computer, almost like Tron or Atari's Battlezone. And what about the photography that appeared on the pyramid? There appears various pictures of what appears to be colorful photographs of space, the universe, and surfaces of planets. And then later, various assorted, mainly close-up photography of people from all over the world. And later on, a human skeleton or body in its cross-section, which may either be a form of photo, medical diagram, or CGI model. These photos may or may not be stock photos, but the group definitely had to buy the rights to use all of them in the show. And now, the real question still remains. What about the rest of the footage? I think the answer is clear. The former members of Daft Punk and their company, Daft Life, or the former record labels, are going to be holding on to this footage for a long time. While watching a lot of these shows and the footage in sequence can make it all blur together like you keep watching the same video over and over, it's still amazing. And I still remember when I watched the 4K Grant Park upload for the first time. It was like nothing else. I think that one day, Daft Punk or their PR team will one day upload footage of at least the biggest, most important shows, like Coachella 06 in full or the Paris Bercy show. I think more evidence that a future release of this kind is likely is that on February 22nd, 2022, on the day of the 1-year anniversary of the group's breakup, a new official Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter were launched, all pointing to a new Twitch livestream at 22/22/22. 2/22/22. They ended up showing the December 17th, 1997 show in Los Angeles, which previously only had 8 minutes of footage officially released, and is the only full show released from their 90s concerts, and is spectacular, featuring many unheard live versions of their 90s tracks. Though this was advertised as being one time only, I don't think they would hide away all of the complete 2006-2007 footage forever. There's just too much opportunity and money to be made for the rights holders to pass up. So, just to sum up, we have substantial high-res footage from around 14 shows, and that's including the ones where there's only around 2 to 10 minutes of HD footage. And we have audio of pretty much the entire set from only 9 shows, including the Paris Bercy CD. And then 39 audio tracks to find, or 47 if you only count the official CD release. So, I would consider this entry a partially found piece or series of lost media. Honestly, not much changes from show to show, both in visuals and music, but I do believe some may have omitted the encore. Alive 2006-2007 changed music forever, essentially establishing electronic dance music, or EDM, and is credited with bringing dance music to the US and popularizing it in North America. Little did we know, Alive 2006-2007 would be Daft Punk's final tour, unexpectedly disbanding in 2021 after years of radio silence, with their last album being 2013's Random Access Memories. I believe they truly leave behind big shoes to fill, and it's amazing that they graced us with such a beautiful, vibrant, and truly alive music over the years. There will never be anyone like them ever again that has the same level of charm, heartfulness, craftsmanship, creativity, and friendship. House music forever, and I hope one day they release some kind of complete Blu-ray of all of the 2006-2007 concerts, or just upload them all somewhere. If you have any updates on new footage or new sources, let me or the people of the Daft Punk Tracker know. This is a big present from Paris and Tokyo, and we hope you like it.